Hello, welcome back to Steel Division 2 for an intermission on League Series games. Today we've got the return of Luna, who has been away on hiatus after, well, performing well in the group stages, I would say, time with myself for Division 2, but we haven't seen a lot from him, so nice to see him back playing the game. He's renamed himself to Long Time No Play, Make Me a Noob. A little bit funny there, but he's playing NOV. It is the Slutskist here versus Save the Mustang, we have also seen recently, playing with the 126 Gornostrelkovy Korpus. Gornostrelkovy Korpus, also not a long-range division, no 2K tools or anything like that. But these BTs are certainly still a little bit of a threat. The thing with BT7s, though, is that they very much rely on the efficient ability to kill tanks, essentially, with their high penetration still. While, well, relatively high penetration of 75, while being dirt cheap units, right? They only cost something like 25 points. And when you've got a tank that only costs 25 points, still being able to penetrate other tanks from the side, no problem. You can essentially use 2 or 3 BT7s with their speed to rush around and kill enemy tanks. Not so the case, though, with NOV, because there are no tanks to kill, really. A couple of auto cars. BT7 is getting shots on target on that. Did get one Blinda, and is going to get the other here. But the infantry going to be just fine for now. There are lots of BT7s over here. Does have to be careful. NOV does have quite a lot of close range AT, I would say. But yeah, these 20 mils, these Italian 20 mils, would be quite funny to see them rip into a couple of BTs here as the Blinda open fires, and these just immediately goes down. Actually going to be using them as a 18 now. Oh man. Commandeer as well. It gets the Piet off. One of them goes down. They're aiming. They're going to get shots on target on the other one. Another BT7 goes down. Commandeer is trying to make her away, but it's not going to run into Gornoavtos. Head BPSHs, that's a very much getting absolutely just reduced to dust there. However, 45mm mortars, though, or what is it? Yeah, 45mm mortars. Not something you see very often. Does get a little bit of pin down damage, mostly pins down the Protovka, though, and the Gornos are a little bit pinned down. Bombasi do get some of their frag HE off, and it's going to get another one down before going down. The Jernitsi with the Molotov. They get one Molotov off, the mortars are firing again. Ooh, and then good to surrender there with the last unit. Last BT7 firing at the sniper. No real movement in the north, having taken down this hand. It's 14-10. Luna is the Maverick player in this circumstances. And, well, you gotta ask yourself, how do you expect to win on a long-range map? Now, granted, this division isn't very well known for its long-range either. But how do you expect to win on a long-range map versus such a division without expecting some shenanigans? However, solo third S18, that's I believe almost as good as the Lati there. Might just have a tiny little bit less range. So very deadly AT again, and then the 20mm finishes it off. Jernitsi moving forward. Just a couple of Carcanos and Berettas, though. Not exactly the engagement you want to make. The Portascop 2 of 2 Brandons, they are a bit better at that. And I think most of NOV's infantry is 20 point here. Linden here is going to get some supporting fire under the Gornostrelkovy on the Gornostrelkovy DP, but lots of the BT7s are just moving around to re-engage there. Do have to be careful of the 50mm, but we've seen one P40 come out, so we're going to see another one right away. No AA in the north there, and NOV really doesn't get a lot of AA, so either you're putting down 20 mils, of which there are only a couple more left in A phase for Luna, no doubt. Or you're waiting for B phase, as, yeah, that 50mm does go down, and the BT7s are going to advance to try and take out the Blinda. Mustang Mark III. Here are the four 50 cals. Not exactly the most effective fighter, but is double star, so can do a bit of damage, as we see a commander actually coming. Interesting, Gornoavto does completely obliterate the Bombasi there. And the last 50mm coming in. Well, this might be like, what's it called, Rapana, where the 50mm actually has a substantial amount of availability. But yeah, Can't be having too many more of those, even if it does have a decent amount of levels of availability. That's already the third one. I believe there was... Nope, that's just 47mm. Can't be too aggressive with these BT7s with the AA here, but at range, that's no problem. 50mm as well is going to get on target to these BTs, but these BTs, there's 4 of them. And they're not exactly, or the 50mm isn't exactly aiming quick enough. It might not be able to kill these quick enough. BT7 does go down, having taken some previous damage from something before. But the 50mm immediately is taken out. Infantry sent up just to secure this flag, bringing it back to a 12-12 as the Gornostrelkovy fails to hold ground here in the center. Definitely got to bring up a little more infantry here to survive this push, particularly with S-35s, as the BT-7s are going to pull back now. S-35s coming in to counter. There's nothing here to deal with them either, with the complete loss of the... Complete loss of the BTs. Just to all this very light AT here, Piet and 20mm, and these AP shells from the AA, which is not something that you normally think of, but in this case, definitely worth it. Portiska goes down to the Gornostrelkovy, and now the mortars are gonna start aiming at that. There is a lot of mountain guns here, though, and the mountain guns, particularly at 2-star, these already have a crazy rate of fire, even without the 2-star, and now that you've got this on it, right, these are just going to smash these mortars to pieces. Do get quite a bit of damage on these with the 2-star 45mm mortars, but not quite going to be able to finish off that Gornostrelkovy, so radio is going to be kept up there, particularly at the Gornostrelkovy as well. BT-7's going to have to adjust somewhere else. Save the Mustang, also known as Stan the Man. Very much a fan of his armor plays, so interesting to see him pick up the 126 here in this game. Yeah. That radio fire definitely can put down some damage. Smoke is firing, but... And, well, with the infantry here now at 3-star, this is quite dangerous, but the S-35s are still more than capable of fighting against DPs or anything like that. Down south here, infantry did move into forward positions, but aren't going to get anything down. And Portiska goes to town. You're going to see slowly moving forward into these positions. The BT-7s did have to pull back. Theoretically, these Maxims should be better placed. Right? You put one over here and you put one over here, and you're basically going to stop any infantry from getting close enough to really cause a headache for those troops right there, and you're just able to put these on return fire. AA as well coming in. NOV has a lot of AA and a lot of good AA, or a lot of good air. And speaking of good air, oh man, one of the best tools that NOV has is absolutely disgusting nuke bombers. No way. Oh my god, it didn't drop. It didn't drop because of the smoke. I thought he was going directly for this and gonna kill one of these guns. Yeah, wow. Mountain guns, 2 minutes to just blast that MG42, but they are out of ammo already. Just going into B phase here. Now the 37mm is likely going to force the Marauder back before it can get its bombs off, which is just unfortunate for Luna there. Still 14-10 going into the beginning of B phase here. B40 in now. Coming once again for that M38, but there are two 2-star 20mm now, and those are the Italian 20mm, so they are relatively effective. P40 not being the most resilient plane in the world. Oop, is it going to get his balls off? No. Oop. Actually, yes it did. Wow. Just in time. Is it going to go down for it, though? It is smoking. Last barrage here. Looks like it's going to go down. Wow. Last little bit of fire. That's the veterancy for you. Still plenty of units here for Luna, but is being taken down, particularly because of that area in the north there. That flag being taken, and really the sniper could just move forward and shoot at this Portiska all at once for an extra free flag, really. One of the problems that 127th does have, though, is actually dealing with, well, I was going to say light armor, but, yeah, it's got 45, so I'm not sure why he's really intent on using a 57mm here. Potentially just outrange these S35s, as they do start providing some support onto these units. Gornostrelkovy is just going to absolutely tear apart the Dynasty there. This one's also very low health. Might actually, in this moment, yeah, I was going to say I was going to jump into the building, but not going to be the case. Gornostrelkovy DP moving forward. S35 is going to get shot at by the ZIS-2. One of them's gone down. The other one's trying to back up, but looks like another shot's going to get on target. And now it goes down. That MG42 is going to be able to fire at that ZIS-2, I do believe, as now double 2-star fighters are coming in. Mustangs and Spitfires. The Spitfire with the 20 mils, definitely more dangerous and more capable of killing than the Mustang. We see there it does barely any damage, and then even with the 75% damage reduction, the Spitfire almost kills, or almost, it does 2-3 damage there. Now we see a 100mm coming in, and eventually something did go down here. Wow, I think Luna must have been counter-battering with mortars, but just like regular mortars. Do we see any bigger artillery? Either that, or I missed a plane coming in. There's something that came in here and bombed the shit out of that. Only one mountain gun left here. And a little bit of an infantry push doing here. Yeah, and Luna is doing exactly what you should in this situation, where you really need to build up your troops and just trade well to try and get a critical mass on your enemy, rather than trying to push a position unsupported, really. The 65mm Haubitze, or I think that's a direct fire gun, not a indirect fire gun. So interesting to see what he wants to do with that. Is, ooh, the S-35 actually gets the snipe on that other AA piece. Now that the medium tanks are coming in, though, definitely more of a threat. These are also 2 SAR M3 Lees here. Gornostrelkovy is forced to fall back, but there's still an S-35 and a Blinda here. Lots more Borchi coming in, and the Commandeer. You like to see it. So, oh, that's just a regular. Oh, man. NOV is such a funny division. I wonder what the actual commander is called. This is just a regular leader. My bad. A 1mm mortar. Aiming for the M42 here. MG42 going to be slowly moving forward. Gornostrelkovy is going to get back into a position to spot. And now these mountain guns are... looks like they're going to be trying to be used as direct fire weapons. Pack 40 has come out, though, for Luna, which does give him a slight advantage on the range engagement, but, again, you don't have a lot of Pack 40s in this deck, so will be interesting to see how much of a use he can really make of that. I see the howitzer here gets set up, and now the 47mm and things like that are still very dangerous against M3Ls, though. Saying that, the guns, the howitzer there, the 75mm howitzer is also very good. Readjusting targets, though, not what you want to see, as the S-35 is actually going to get side shots on that, and it's going to get finished off. Like with some of these support weapons. 45mm and another 50mm coming in. 3 Borchis now with the ZB30, and the ZB30 is actually quite the powerful MG. So finally, with this cheap infantry, does have a critical mass, with Gornostrelkovy is unable to protect it again. Lots of tanks coming in, and, well, you see really the folly of Stan the Man's playstyle with the division. I don't want to badmouth them or anything, but relying on tanks in very much an infantry-focused division, maybe not the best move, though Luna is seemingly had the most trouble trying to deal with it for now. Yeah, lots of Borchi moving in. These are all 100-meter range-capable MGs. Gornostrelkovy's only have the DT there, which is not. So, 13 to 11 for now. Likely, Luna is hoping that they can save the Mustang here, off these last 2 flags here, and at least get a 59. But even that, likely going to be a bit of a trouble. Howitzer does get on target, though. And Mortar's going to be preemptively going for a position where you would normally have a unit just protecting that flag, but the DCTYDRhBEJlH here does not affect the front line, so 47mm move forward. Do get another Pack 40 here, gonna put itself right on this road, and that's gonna be a perfect position to get some nice shots on these M3 Lees if they don't get off that road. Bit late for it, I do believe. These are gonna all get into their positions before the Pack 40 can unload and get on target, but Marauder finally coming in. Xenar is kind of on the cusp of the hill here, so might have a harder time actually forcing things off, but apparently not. The 94M, this 12 there, dual 25 mils, definitely getting on target. I really hope we see at least one of these Marauders. Ooh, bomb. That's very dangerous, having gone down there, and it's gonna go into the wrong way. You really need to go the other way. That's another dead Marauder there. We're gonna see the big bomb, or one of the big bombs go off, and it does kill that, but immediately goes down there, and that's two very important NOV tools just destroyed. One M35 does go down to the Pack 40. 47mm is moving up. You almost gotta hope that the C-Phase card of tanks can't come quick enough. Haubitze here is aiming for this AA now, and NOV does get plenty more planes to use, really, but the loss of those two Marauders, really, those are the trump cards almost of this division there in A phase. Not seeing a lot of use out of them so far. Blitz supply truck here. It's just called something odd. Coming in for the mortar and the Haubitze there. It is a fairly good Haubitze, the 100mm Italian gun, but it lacks radio, unlike the Italian division, so normally this would be double as accurate, and instead it's just relying on basically RNG. And as you see, it lands over 100 meters away from the artillery. You're not even going to be doing slash damage there with that low of a caliber. If this was like 150mm, that'd be a lot more acceptable, because you only need to land it in the same general postal code to get a kill and a shot on target. But yeah, not so here. Borchi coming in now. Pack 40 still screened by the MG42. So, yeah, as all of a sudden, it switches to a 15-9 for just a second with this flag. The infantry up north did manage to take this flag, and the Gornostrelkovy and the Gornostrelkovy are going to be forced to fall back. M3 Lee coming in, though. And this M3 Lee will be able to effectively cover off all this area here. As long as those L6s took it on the side of it, I will say. But there's no AA up in the far north here, so potentially M3 Lee can just get countered by, I believe it's SAP rocket Hurricanes that NOV gets. Certainly some interesting tools. Yeah. The sneaky 20mm here. I'm not sure if it's quite in the right building to take advantage of things rushing down here, but definitely anything that comes through here, it's gonna get shot at. But just one building forward, so good to have that there. And the M3 Lees can even be penetrated by it from a side shot. S35 though fails to get on target there. This S35 is going to attempt to get shots on target. Ooh, and does get the M3 Lee here, but now, well, with this one reloading, this might actually be better than we think. And the explosive here going off there. Do get the pin down there. Bombassi are excellent at pinning units down. Just absolutely getting all their little satchel charges down. Very, very dangerous there. 50mm. Ooh, is gonna aim though. Oh, but actually it's shooting over here and getting the wonderful snipes on these M3 Lees as they try to readjust. Because of this Pack 40. Another Pack 40 coming up is now on the side of this hill. Got the penetration over there too. P40 coming in, trying to deal with this situation in the north here. As the L6s and the Borchi move forward. Together with the Proletariat There. And all this infantry being 2-star does mean they have quite the DPS. P40 go for the MG, actually. You should see that, but dual Spitfires just absolutely rip into it, and this is what I was talking about. The 37mm might be close enough to try and make it inaccurate, but doesn't even get on target before the rockets do, and the Beaufighter does manage to kill off that M3 Lee. It is 59 again, so, but now we're entering into C phase, and C phase is that important income, where now the income is flipped. Luna has a lot of tools on the ground, though. Like, this is a lot of infantry to try and deal with. But if I'm not mistaken, as Luna finally does manage to push Stan the Man off the hill here, if I'm not mistaken, the Gornostrelkovys do have off-map, and one good load of off-map is all you really need, and the ISU out in the open here, right? So you got to, as long as you got it screened by AA, and this is more than enough AA, I would say. You put it in the middle here, and keep the Sis-12 relatively close to the ISU. This ISU will be able to tear through these Pack 40s, these MG42s, and then you can essentially just Q move something like a Gornostrelkovy DP while you wait for the ISU to come and really deal with it. And then that'll be 2 flags, and, well, Luna can potentially kiss their chances of winning goodbye there, but instead of more infantry, more tanks coming out for Stan the Man here. Mountain guns now. Going to be trying to go for the Pack 40, but no radio on that. M3 Lee 4 now has stopped the push here. Might even get on target here for the L6. Ooh. Does miss. And now the 47mm is shooting at the M3 Lee. Definitely has more than enough penetration. L6 does go down, but the M3 goes down in response, which is not what you want to see. Just a simple 47mm like that being able to take out the M3 Lee. Once again, a cost-effective tank if you're fighting medium tanks, but it just dies to every single attempt to... every single AT gun is what I want to say there. ISU doing exactly what I said it would, though. Pack 40 falling back here. The Gornostrelkovy should be able to move forward and kind of keep an eye on things just to... 2-man squad anyway, might as well, right? Got a little bit less stealth as the infantry just completely clean up the rest of this infantry over here. The artillery trying to take on a 47mm, but even that I would say might be a little bit of a waste. Oh, Pack 40. Ooh. Was trying to get on target just briefly, but the ISU does manage to completely pin it down. Borchi now, more moving forward. That's another ISU coming in, and that's not the worst move in the world. You just got to be careful to get eyes on target and either fire position or just click that Pack 40 before you move forward. And there's no recon down here either. Stan the Man did have snipers for recon in the beginning, but seemed to prefer the GornoResVed because his unit's more than the potential for what's it called? Like recon that can spot for your tanks, right? Which on Slutsk is very important, but see, because this was likely just a quick play game. Yeah, not much to be done about that. M3 Lee is doing its best here to try and pin down this infantry, but it looks like it's just fire positioning, actually, which is not really what you want to be doing there. This infantry gets pinned down to the excellent MG34s here, and from the Proletary, so cheap MG34s there. 37mm goes down, though, to this 47mm. And the 47mm actually gets side shots on this KV-85. KV-85 does have quite a bit of side armor, though, so maybe not quite the risk, but the rate of fire is definitely there, as Moskoya Avtos are now coming in to deal with that. And quite honestly, something like a Pioneer is the exact right thing you want to deal with Moskoya Avto. Does take one penetrating shot from something. Beaufighter, ooh, gets its rockets off. It's moved a little bit far forward, and the Hurricane veered off. Might get the kill on this M3S, but these infantry units are going to get the better of these Gornostrelkovy before anything like that happens. Triple Moskoya Avto might actually be enough to kill the Pioneer and potentially exert influence over this flag, but the one TNT placed in a clumped up group of infantry, and it doesn't matter that there's 12 of the one of the best in best 100-meter SMG in the game. TNT is still deadly at the best of times. Ooh, gotta be worried here. The Haubitze, though, firing at BT7s, and the 47mm as well are just going to tear through those if they do try. One of them's even got a slope align bug. Both of them moving back before they can get shots on target, though. KV-85 are going to provide a good screen to try and get infantry back into this area, but Stand the Man does have to do a little bit relatively quick here. The ZIS-12 is awkwardly 2 behind the house, really. So this bullfighter, with its very good resilience, might actually get more rockets on target and kill the ISU. Yeah, look at that. Might actually pay for it now that the ZIS-12 is on target there with that close. But second ISU coming in now. The CFE's income definitely paying off. There's only 4 of these, though. We've seen 3 of them. We do see a Gornostrelkovy finally come in. The Pack 40 having moved off the road. Stand the Man, no doubt, being cognizant of that, but has managed to bring it back to a 14-10, the exerting influence over these 2 flags here. The ISU managed to stay alive just long enough for it. But now that the BT-7s are moving up, once again, got to be careful. But they seem to be focusing fire at the KV-85. Do manage to finally switch target here, and the BT-7s are taking shots. But all Luna would have to do is just micro these a tiny bit, and they would have been lots of dead BTs. You know, we see this Kryavtos actually getting pinned down. This PDRI got their TNT off, so it's gonna happen again. Yeah. And Kryavtos, one of the best CQC of the units in the game, supposedly, going down to cheap, spammable trash. Sniper not even unloaded yet. 100 mil. Gotta be forced to fall back there. Looks like it was just slightly out of position anyway. And we see another ISU coming in. Now that this ISU is over here, there's no real threat from any of this infantry marching forward and taking this flag, but this isn't exactly 2K over here to deal with it. The L6s are certainly not a threat to the ISU from the front, but from the side can still do annoying. And with the rate of fire of the ISU and the accuracy being relatively low on its AP shells, just having him rushed by light armor is still very much a threat. Orchi actually quite far forward there. ISU not really in a position to take advantage of trying to spot any of this infantry, as Gornostrelkovy are going to come and try to deal with that. Pineri do manage to retake this town, though. It's still a 14-10. Can Luna hold it out or find that extra flag to push it all the way back to a 15-9? Seems like a monumental task, particularly on this map with NOV. Right? Like, how many Pack 40s can this man have? But Stan the Man's been bringing in his tanks like candy. It's not... I know you love your tanks, Stan, but you're really missing the point of an infantry division. I don't think this division really had the M3 Lees to make those kind of plays that he was making with it. So it really, I think it would have been the call to go almost infantry and support guns, wait for the KV-85s, and then you manage to create a much stronger base rather than letting, well, AT guns, right, which are in any case more cost-effective, slowly whittle you down. Gornostrelkovy versus the almost dedicated CQC infantry here. Molotov cocktail of the Jersey. And you see these are 3 Beretta troops, right? These are almost as good as Yakari, minus the SVTs. Gornostrelkovy here as well. ISU, who managed to pin down all these troops here. There are still a couple of Portiskas, and Boston's Recon Boston actually coming out, but dual 20 mils aren't going to force those away. No sign of the bigger guns, but the 20 mil is likely going to be more than enough to deal with a division. Gornostrelkovy here getting absolutely smacked by the load of infantry in here in this forest. Yeah, look at all that. And now the 47mm are moving forward as well, and you do have to be kind of careful. Like, there's not a lot of penetration on these, so theoretically this can just hug its face, but yeah, wouldn't want to have one over here and then another one over here, for example. That would just be disastrous. potentially even over here. So you make it look at the one over here, and then you side shot it from here. Would potentially be a way to deal with it. KV-85 gone out, though. ISU is out in the open again. Proletary not quite pinned down. So, still a 14-10. Really gunning for this flag, and that is the flag to gun for. Same with this one, to even it up. And if we even it up versus a Maverick player, really, there's not much you can do about that. Lots of recon coming in, actually, to protect against it. But, ooh, the PAC-40 has found its target with the ISU. And the driver is killed, but it's going to get one shot off. Oh, and it doesn't kill, so the ISU goes down. Wow, unlucky there. Gornostrelkovy not getting on target in time, and the PAC-40 goes down just as the ISU goes down. Really unlucky there. That might decide the fate of the game right there. Luna not quite doing enough to push into this. Skyafto did eventually, or something eventually killed the Pioneer. 2 KV-85s over here now, exerting influence over this flag. Really, you just gotta hope this ISU can capture this flag, and then send some infantry over here to deal with the Pioneer with ISU support, right? Oh man, B-52 mountain guns here. Having used all their HE shells almost as direct support weapons. Funny stuff. Mortar still firing and being effective there now that he's lost his ISU down south, and well, that's the last ISU that you're gonna see from Stan the Man here. Ooh, this ISU getting flanked as well. Not great. 47mm does go down. Driver knocked out. These L6s should be moving forward. ISU does manage to kill one, but it's going to get pinned down by the other L6, and that's exactly what I was talking about. If these Proletary, now with the driver knockout, can get their heat Panzerfaust on, even this L6 might be able to just kill it if it gets the shots on target. Looks like the driver did manage to slightly recover, but L6 is just rushing for it, and that might be just straight up a surrender, if not for the Gornostrelkovy. Ooh, saved by the KV-85, but I was really expecting these to keep rushing forward. With that L6 gone, this ISU might recover. And this flag has gone back in the favor, so just a couple of infantry troops for this flag now, Stan. But we, again, no AA up in the north. Hurricane coming out again. Oh, it's the loadout. Yeah, two Vickers there. It's a very potent gun, I would say. Almost like the gun pod Stuka. Though a little bit faster, and therefore a little bit deadlier. P-40 coming out. Gotta head on the Spitfire. Spitfire does go down. And, yeah, P-40 is not going to get on target on that Hurricane, but the Hurricane is forced to veer off. The 37mm here does more than enough job there. And this ISU is almost out of HE. Not enough to dislodge this infantry now, I would say. The only supply truck over here is also not enough. And it's a complete breakdown over here. 2 KV-85s kept moving in to try and deal with it, but a bit too late. Alright, P-40 goes down to the Mustang. Unfortunate for Stan the Man there. It's back to a 15-9. Proletary just rushing forward. Alright, and these do have Panzerfaust, so this is very, very dangerous for these KV-85s. They're not allowed. They can't move forward, but they just might. Or well, maybe having an abundance of things to shoot at will save them, but no, it looks like the Panzerfaust gets forward. Actually misses there, or doesn't manage to kill. But now the second shot. Ooh. And the third one's going to reload real quick. And that's 2 KV-85s. It's surrendered by the Proletary, actually. Before the Gornostrelkovy PE can run in and get torn apart by UDs. Yeah. WC-25 goes down. Pioneer is still alive versus Skyafto. Finally ran out of ammo. That's just the efficiency that he was looking for. This ISU is one more HE shell, and it looks like it's found a target. It's likely going to be a good target. Gonna help these Gornostrelkovy's, but these Gornos need to get in yesterday. Alright, so he did manage to recover. Gornostrelkovy's are just rushing forward. He's likely hoping that these will just take the flag. Lots of Proletary coming in, hoping to likely just what's it called? Overwhelm the ISU. Going to be pushing for this flag is 10-9, but with this flag being taken again, and this flag as well being rather precarious here, KV-85s did Get pushed off by the Beretta 20 mils. That's funny. And this KV-85 does not have the view range to get on target with 3 minutes with a 1410, but it's back to a 15.9 with this flag, right? All this infantry is still worth considering. AP shells here, not really doing a job. Proletariat unload. I don't know if I would unload it, right? I would just rush on the flag and try my darndest for that, but 37mm here. KV-85 is going to likely go down to that Hurricane, but gonna get forced off there now. It's just 12 actually having almost run out of ammo, and once again is behind an awkward building, so it can't shoot at anything. Unfortunate there. Gornostrelkovy. Ooh. Do they continue? Are they continuing to go down to like a single proletariat? P40 coming in. Those UDs are rather disgusting. Finally get the 1410 again. That would be flag 1. This would be flag 2 if you're going to push for it. Just sit your KV-85, but they don't even see these. They must have a higher recon or something. There's no infantry. The infantry is coming in. And this flag has been taken, so theoretically speaking, this is still possible for Stan the Man to pull off. 36 minutes in the game. We can see that the income disparity has hurt Luna a lot, but Luna's managed to trade so effectively that all these KV-85s and such aren't really the force multiplier that Stan the Man needs them to be. 1 minute, 27 seconds. Just an absolute nail by your start to finish, folks. And, oh man, yeah. With the Hurricane Mark IV coming in. Again, no AA. It's got to do a double gun run here. 1 minute. Hurricane's going to take out that KV-85. Ooh, doesn't actually manage to get it, but that Panzerfaust looks like it was just about to. Oh, the Commandier's going to get the Piat on the ISU. Ooh. Can the Gornos stop him? Ah! Ooh, it does miss. It's a freaking Piat. Come on, Gornos, unload. Aftos, the truck goes down. The second Piat shot misses. Afto goes down. Unloads. Run forward. Kill him. KV-85 goes down to the Panzerfaust. It's 37 seconds left on the clock. There's no other flag besides this one to go for. And the ISU goes down to the Hurricane. And with that, 11-13. Oh, man. The wave of proletary managed to hold back the rest of the CQC infantry for long enough for Luna to pull out an excellent win with NOV, fighting back the odds against the map for a very, very tense game. Wow. That was a lot of fun to cast. ISU being filled up by the truck. A little late for that. Sorry. Yeah, just... Whew. Well played to Luna. But yeah, just the effectiveness of Luna's micro with AT guns, fighting against all the armor that Stan the Man was essentially just spamming, right? Like this 50 mil tripled its cost. The AT planes did excellent, even with the AA of Stan the Man doing fairly well to kill. But Pioneer here, right? These are a 20-point unit taking out multiple 25-point units, and I think a 30-point unit as well. Yeah. Absolutely nuts. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I sure did. And we'll see you next time for the continuation of the Division 3 Finals. So, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.